He is the man who rewrote the record books and redefined the game of tennis. 20 Grand Slams, 103 titles, 310 weeks as world number 1. He's a role model, a philanthropist, a global icon. This is the story of Roger Federer, the man who changed tennis forever. Roger Federer was born in Basel, Switzerland, to Robert and Lynette Federer. His father is Swiss and his mother is South African, making Federer a dual citizen of both countries. Growing up, Federer was a multi-sport athlete, excelling in soccer and basketball in addition to tennis. However, it was tennis that ultimately captured his heart. Federer's early aptitude for tennis was evident. He started playing at age 8 and quickly rose through the ranks of junior tennis in Switzerland. By age 11, he was one of the top 3 junior tennis players in the country. At 14, he began training at the Swiss National Tennis Center in Ecublens, where he honed his skills and developed his game. Federer's junior career was impressive. He won the Wimbledon junior singles and doubles titles in 1998 and ended the year as the ITF World Junior Tennis Champion. That same year, at age 17, he turned professional. It was the start of a journey that would see him become one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. In his early professional years, Federer showed flashes of brilliance, but also struggled with consistency and temper. He won his first ATP singles title in 2001 in Milan, but it wasn't until 2003 that he truly announced his arrival on the grand stage. The year 2003 marked a turning point in Roger Federer's career. At Wimbledon, on his favorite grass surface, Federer defeated Mark Philippoussi in the final to win his first Grand Slam singles title. It was a victory that launched a period of dominance rarely seen in the sport. In 2004, Federer won 3 out of the 4 Grand Slam titles, losing only in the French Open. He became the first player since Mats Wilander in 1988 to win 3 majors in a year. He also ascended to world number 1 for the first time, a position he would hold for a record 237 consecutive weeks. Over the next few years, Federer's supremacy was unquestionable. He won Wimbledon and the US Open in 2005, 2006, and 2007, and the Australian Open in 2006 and 2007. His play was characterized by a fluid, almost effortless style, with precise footwork, a devastating forehand, and an uncanny ability to hit shots that seemed impossible. During this period, Federer also developed a captivating rivalry with Spanish player Rafael Nadal. Nadal, a clay court specialist, proved to be one of the few players who could challenge Federer's dominance. Their matches, particularly in the Wimbledon and French Open finals, became instant classics, with each player pushing the other to new heights. Despite Nadal's challenge, Federer continued to rack up the victories. By the end of 2007, he had won 12 Grand Slam singles titles and seemed poised to eclipse Pete Sampras's then record of 14. However, the next phase of his career would see him face new challenges and a new generation of rivals. The year 2008 marked a shift in Roger Federer's career. He suffered a devastating loss to Rafael Nadal in the Wimbledon final, a match considered by many to be the greatest ever played. He also lost his number 1 ranking to Nadal and struggled with mononucleosis, which affected his performance. Over the next couple of years, Federer faced challenges on and off the court. He continued to win titles, but the dominance of his earlier years seemed to be waning. He also faced personal setbacks, including the loss of his longtime coach and mentor Peter Carter in a car accident. However, Federer's resilience and determination shone through. In 2009, he finally won the French Open, completing the career Grand Slam and tying Pete Sampras's record of 14 major titles. It was an emotional victory for Federer, who had come so close in previous years. The early 2010s saw Federer face a new generation of challengers, most notably Novak, Djokovic, and Andy Murray. While he continued to win titles and reach Grand Slam finals, the victories were harder fought. He also faced injury issues, particularly with his back, which forced him to miss significant playing time. Despite these challenges, Federer's love for the game never wavered. In 2012, he reclaimed the number 1 ranking, becoming the oldest player to hold the top spot. He also won Wimbledon for a record-tying 7th time and reached the milestone of 300 weeks as world number 1. The mid-2010s were a period of resurgence for Federer. After taking time off to recover from injury, he returned to win the Australian Open and Wimbledon in 2017, his first major titles in 5 years. He followed that up with another Australian Open victory in 2018, which marked his 20th Grand Slam singles title. Throughout this period, Federer's rivalry with Nadal and Djokovic intensified. The 3 players, collectively known as the Big Three, dominated men's tennis, pushing each other to new levels of excellence. Their matches became must-see events, with fans around the world tuning in to witness tennis history. Roger Federer's late career was marked by a remarkable resurgence. After his victories in 2017 and 2018, many wondered if he could continue to compete at the highest level. Federer answered those questions emphatically. In 2019, at age 37, Federer reached the Wimbledon final, where he faced Novak Djokovic in an epic 5-set match. Despite having 2 match points on his serve, Federer ultimately lost in a historic tiebreaker. It was a heartbreaking defeat, but it showcased Federer's enduring competitiveness and passion for the game. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted the tennis calendar in 2020, and Federer used the time to recover from knee surgery. He returned to the tour in 2021, but struggled to find his form and consistency. In July 2021, he announced that he would need additional knee surgery, which would sideline him for many months. As Federer's absences from the tour grew longer, speculation about his retirement intensified. Fans and pundits alike wondered if he would ever return to the game he loved so much. Finally, in September 2022, Federer announced that the Laver Cup would be his final ATP event. In a touching letter to his fans, he expressed his gratitude for their support and his love for the game of tennis. Federer's retirement marked the end of an era in tennis. His impact on the sport is immeasurable. He redefined what was possible on a tennis court, inspiring generations of players with his skill, grace, and sportsmanship. He also transcended the game, becoming a global icon and role model. In retirement, Federer's legacy is secure. He will be remembered as one of the greatest players of all time, a man who elevated tennis to an art form. His records, including his 20 Grand Slam singles titles and 310 weeks as world number 1, may one day be broken. But his impact on the sport and on the lives of those who watched him play will endure forever. While Roger Federer's on-court achievements are well known, his life off the court is equally noteworthy. Federer is married to former tennis player Mirka Vavrinek, whom he met at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. The couple have 2 sets of twins, girls born in 2009 and boys born in 2014. Federer has spoken often about the importance of family in his life and how his children have given him a new perspective on his career. Federer is also known for his philanthropic work. In 2003, he established the Roger Federer Foundation, which aims to provide education and sports opportunities for children in poverty. The foundation has supported educational projects in Africa and Switzerland, reaching over 1.5 million children. Federer's charity work has earned him the ATP Arthur Ashe Humanitarian of the Year award twice, in 2006 and 2013. Off the court, Federer is also a savvy businessman. He has lucrative endorsement deals with companies like Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, and Uniqlo, and has consistently been one of the highest-earning athletes in the world. In 2020, he became the first tennis player to top Forbes' list of the world's highest-paid athletes, with earnings of $106.3 million. Federer's popularity extends beyond the world of tennis. He is admired for his gracious demeanor, his multilingualism, and his classic style. He has been a frequent presence at fashion events and has even dabbled in design, creating his own logo and collaborating on a sneaker line with Nike. The legacy of Roger Federer will live on, not just in the record books, but in the hearts of millions around the world. He showed us the beauty, the grace, and the sportsmanship that tennis can inspire. What do you think of Federer's journey to the top of tennis? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this documentary, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content celebrating the greatest athletes and moments in sports history.